The KG lifestyle. Sitting in my car. Whew, it's cold. My hair didn't dry, so I had to put what are those things called? I had to put a hat on and just take them out. But yep, it's drying. It's not like completely wet. That would be not okay, but yes, so much ice, so much. I just want to go to work. It's not as late as it could be, but it's still late. Do you guys see this weather today? Don't mind my hair, I know it's a mess, but the sun is shining. I'm so excited. The sun and me get along so well. It's like my best friend. This parking lot is empty. I swear everybody just leaves early whenever it's a Friday, especially during the holidays. So warm in my car. It's super warm. I love it. Don't even have to put my gloves on. But I'm not going to lunch. I'm just going to the post office to pick up this package. Hopefully it's there. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So did I tell you guys all I listen to now is Christmas music? I hate when this phone does this like shiny thing. Is that better? Oh my gosh, look how much better that is. That's crazy. That's bad. That means, yeah, that means my phone is dirty. That's what that means. So I didn't tell you guys, but I heard that this apartment complex that I'm trying to move to may not be the best area, or at least complex. I guess some people have heard about crime. Actually, this is what happened. I called the place. I found out I was approved and everything was good. Did I say this already? Probably not. I found out everything was good to go, but they hadn't heard from the place I'm at now about my rental history. So they said, can you give them a call? And I was like, okay, I'll call. So I called and the lady was like, you might not want to move there. And she's heard that people from there are moving here to this complex because of theft. Like cars are getting broken into over there. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait. And so I got really, really scared, and I was texting some of my friends that lived in the area and to see if they had known anything about that complex, and they were like, oh, it's okay. Like one was like, I've never heard anything like that, but my friends have liked where they lived, you know, the ones that they knew that lived there. And then one was like, yeah, it's this place is better, you know, because she lived in another place, so she was like suggesting I go there instead, and she's like, just pay more to be safe or whatever. And I was like, oh my god, that is so true. And then she said, if it's by the water, then you're gonna have a lot of bugs. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm okay with bugs. I'm kind of nature-y, so I'll, you know, unless they move fast, like those caterpillar ones. I'm all looking around. Those caterpillar, really fast-moving centipede bugs, those freak the heck out of me, because how do you run faster than I can even blink? Like, I blink and you're gone. That's freaky to me. So, but like, you know, other little spiders and stuff, I take them out. Usually I'll take them out. Sometimes I do kill them, but most of the time I'll take them outside or whatever. So I'm good with bugs, you know. I spray my little bug spray around the edges of my house, which is probably not the healthiest, but yeah, I do that and I keep them out. So bugs don't bother me, but that's like hearing what the person said at the office here kind of scared me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want my car. Like, I just had my car hit. Did I tell you guys about that? I think I mentioned it in a vlog a long time ago, but my car was hit on the street. It was like parked and it was hit, and I went through that whole insurance thing, and I'm like, oh, I do not want to do this again. So I was looking at these other places that were 100 and more above of what I'm supposed to be paying at this new place. So I was really, really scared about that. And then I called my mom and she's like, girl, stop tripping. Basically, that's what she said. Stop tripping. Just, go ahead and go there. That can happen anywhere. And then Kendall also said that. She's like, it can happen anywhere. My car got broken into in Florida, and it was in one of the nicer areas, like the wealthiest areas in Florida. So it's just whatever. It can happen anywhere. So I'm feeling a little better about it. I'm trying to work out the deposit thing because they're tricky. They have listed on their sheet that they give people, prospective renters, an amount for their security deposit, and they're listing it as their security deposit. But then today I was at work, so I was kind of halfway listening, but she said you can pay that, you qualify for that, but it's non-refundable. But I'm sorry, it's a security deposit. Deposit means that you're going to get it back. So I looked up the laws and I was like, okay, so yes, it's definitely supposed to be returned to me if they're calling it a security deposit. Otherwise, it's a fee. And so I emailed the girl, and I'm going to go in there tomorrow morning as well and just be like, is it a fee or is it a security deposit? And if so, I'm not about to pay 2 months rent. You know what I mean? Like craziness to get into this apartment. So work it out. That's basically what I'm going to make sure happens. And so we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow about the security thing, but I'm okay with moving into there. I'll feel safe and fine, especially that particular apartment that you guys will see. I'm really excited to show you if it ends up being the place. But then I called Geico because I quoted online what my thing will be now that I'm going to move. Why is it going to go up? So I'm now like, man, maybe it's going to go up only like $30, my insurance. But insurance in Michigan is redonkulous. Like, it is twice as much. Yep, twice as much as it was in California. I'm not sure where the phone cut off. My phone died. I can't believe it got that low. And I'm just sitting at home. I could have been charging it. But basically, I'm good to go. We'll just see what happens tomorrow. And that's that. And, my car insurance will end up going up. But, whatever, $30. I'm not sure if anyone of my viewers is affected by what happened in Connecticut. I know you guys saw me. I was glued to the computer screen watching as the facts unfolded, and each time I learned something new, okay, it's an elementary school. First it was school shooting, then it was like elementary school, and then it was the kids giving their testimony, and then it was the mother, the shooter's mother worked at the school, and then it was she's a kindergarten teacher, and then it was nobody in the classroom lived. After that, I could not. I turned off the computer, and I think at that time I went home. I was like, I'll go look at these apartments. I can't. It was so hard to watch and try to imagine. Now, this is me not having a child. I have a godson, and I have, kids that I really, really care about and love. But I don't have my own children, and I am like disbelief, completely like hurt by what happened. And I think it's the innocence that I know all of those children had, and they'll never see life. Like, they had so short of a time on earth. And so I think that really hits home, like to actually picture a man take a gun and go into a kindergarten classroom and shoot everybody in there. I cannot. I can't. And so I was just G chatting with Twin and G chatting with Kindle about like the whole thing as facts were unraveling and stuff, and just really being so yeah, we really need to pray. We need to pray and really lean on God. I know these are times where people really question God. They question why he would let something like this happen. Why? There's all these questions why. There's always questions why about whatever in life. And this is the time when God wants us to grow closer to him and lean into him instead of reject him and say, there is no God because he allowed this to happen or whatever it is. People really do believe these things. So I just pray for those families, and I hope that they stay strong in their faith and maybe find faith, through this incident. And I just hope the country heals itself and does something. I really hope we do something. And I've, posted a couple things on gun control, but honestly, it's our society. We all know it's our society, and we know that we have to do better raising our kids, because kids having kids and bad parents raising bad children, whatever the case was in this case, I don't know, but our society is extremely violent. Compare it to other 100 other societies. Our society is very violent, and so I hope that we recognize that, and in addition to that, really get a grip on these gun controls. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I got to get a gun now because they're shooting up kindergarten classes," but getting another guns on guns on guns on guns, is not going to do anything. It really isn't. But create more guns and possibilities, because that's what those are. Guns are possibilities of deaths. Like, a gun is made to kill. And then a really good point was made today on Facebook. I saw there's 20 people that were wounded in China by a guy, some man stabbing people. And I know it's crazy to think stabs versus shots, but those people are wounded. And everybody that was, targeted or shot at that school are dead. So our guns, more guns is not going to fix anything. The less amount of guns, the less amount of deaths. That's how I see it. And yes, we're not going to get rid of all guns. People go to the extreme, like, drugs aren't illegal, so guns being illegal isn't going to stop anybody. Yes, it's not going to stop anybody. That's the exact reason why we need to really focus on our society and making it better. But at the same time, less guns will inevitably mean there's less deaths, because there's less possibilities of creating in this tool that's only made for killing. So that's my spill on the whole situation. Tell me what you guys thought about it, and where you were when you found out, and if you were affected. And again, my heart and my prayers and everything just goes out to anybody who's affected. I really, really, really had a hard time. I couldn't do any more work. And I'm still like, the TV's off. I cannot watch TV about this anymore. And I did see something really good on MSNBC. There was a psychologist that said, don't show your kid, don't have the TV on and it repeating these terrible images and, things at home. Don't sit there and feed them this, because it's just creating fear for them. And they're really going to think, I'm not safe when I go to school. Really just pray for our people at this time. It's pretty crazy. I made a joke to Twin, like, I'm moving to Africa. And I had to put again because I've moved there before, but I'm so done. Like, can I get on a dating site for, like, how a lot of people, this is so terrible, but it's just more, it's me saying I want to leave this country. And I've said that many times before. I'm not half serious, but I was really like, people try to come here you know, women try to come here and marry men here, but I'm trying to marry somebody in Canada. Let me meet somebody in the UK real quick, because I can't. I really can't. And it's not to say this type of stuff doesn't happen there either. I mean, this doesn't happen there, but you know, there's violence other places. It's just the society, the quality of society is so much better other places. And again, we are so violent, and we're not compassionate, and we're not forgiving, and there's so many things that we need to work on here. Okay, like I said, I'm done with that. I'm gonna go and eat my food, and I'll try to, if the TV is just flooded with that stuff, I'm gonna watch a movie. There's a party that's going on tonight that I'm gonna try to go to. I also need to take these out. Dang, I just realized I have a lot of stuff to do. But yes, pray! So you guys can see I didn't go anywhere. I'm just tired. There's no way. And then when I texted Kendall around 9:30ish, 10, she didn't reply because she was sleeping. So I am in no, I can't. I just can't. I can barely stay awake now watching 30 Rock. It's midnight, so I'm going to try to go to bed now. Yeah, this braiding curl came out, whatever. But I gotta wash my hair in the morning. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, actually. Yeah, I need to go to bed because I need to figure that out in the morning. Hopefully before 10, which is very hard to do. Like, how am I gonna twist my hair before 10? That's gonna be a real doozy. Should have twisted it tonight, but I can only do so much. Alright. I will see you guys tomorrow. Say bye, Bubbas. Bye.
Cause I can give you the world, girl, just give me your heart. Hip hop, I loved you from the jump, baby, right from the start. Plus I'm loving your curls, I'm dropping diamonds and pearls if you allow me to.